Indian mathematical genius Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on December 22, 1887. It was in recognition of his contribution to mathematics, the Government of India decided to celebrate Ramanujan's birthday as the National Mathematics Day every year. Before he died, he filled notebooks and manuscripts with 4,000 results and conjectures, leading to what maths is all about in the modern world. Let's delve into the world of mathematics, how it's being taught to children in schools and colleges.
Hello and a warm welcome to the special program coming to you on National Mathematics Day. Maths is one subject which many love, but for a large section of people, this subject is a symbol of fear. It's a subject which can really give you goose flesh and sweat on your forehead. But over the years, the methodology to teach maths has transformed from the world of abstract to the world of aesthetics, because many say that now maths is also an art. So over the next 30 minutes, let's celebrate the spirit of mathematics. थैंक यू सो मच। और आपके साथ आज मैं मैथ्स पढ़ने आई हूँ, आपको पता है?
यस मैम।
अच्छा ये बताओ कि मैथ्स से किसी को डर लगता है?
नो मैम।
बाप रे, इतने सारे लोग हैं जिन्हें मैथ्स से बिल्कुल डर नहीं लगता, राइट?
यस।
कोई भी बच्चा नहीं है जो कहता है कि मैं नंबर से मुझे डर लगता है?
नो मैम।
तो आपका ये डर कैसे होगा ये सॉल्व? आप कैसे मैथ्स पढ़ते कैसे हो? चलो ठीक है, अब आपके टीचर के साथ पढ़ेंगे। मैम आपका नाम क्या है?
एकता बंसल।
ओके, और आप इन लोगों को मैथ्स पढ़ाते हो?
यस।
तो अब आज आपकी क्लास में मैं भी बैठने जा रही हूँ।
मोस्ट वेलकम है।
अब ये बताइए कि आज आपके बोर्ड पे फ्रैक्शन लिखा हुआ है, तो आप आज क्या फ्रैक्शन सिखाने वाले हो?
यस मैम।
चलिए ठीक है, तो सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी फ्रैक्शंस। क्लास 5A के बच्चों के साथ आज हम मैथ्स पढ़ने जा रहे हैं, और किस नई मेथोडोलॉजी से ये लोग मैथ्स की क्लास आज करेंगे, आज देखते हैं मैम के साथ। एकता मैम, आप शुरू हो सकते हैं।
हाँ जी बच्चों, आपके पास जो फ्रैक्शन की किट है उसमें आपके पास बड़े सारे केक के पीसेस हैं। तो सब अपनी किट में से सबसे छोटा वाला केक का पीस निकाल के मुझे दिखाएंगे। चलिए आओ खुशबू, आप अपना केक का पीस यहाँ पे लगाएंगे बोर्ड पे। नेक्स्ट पीस, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, शाबाश। हाँ जी लगाओ। इस फ्रैक्शन का नाम क्या है, कौन बच्चा बताएगा? हाँ अंजलि आओ। अब आपकी जो किट बची हुई है उसमें जो केक के पीसेस हैं उनमें सबसे छोटा कौन सा है? आर्यन, इसका नाम कौन लिखेगा? हाँ नील आओ।
So remember when we were studying maths in the classrooms, the teachers used to write 3x4, 5x10, 2x20 on the blackboard with a chalk, and then we used to rack our brains thinking that how we are going to add up those numbers. But today, a fraction class is very different. It's about playing with cards, it's about using a dice, it's about using these cake pieces. So maths is no more about numbers, it's about an art. How artfully a teacher can teach maths in the classroom. इस समय मैं एक सरकारी स्कूल में हूँ जहाँ पर एकता मैम क्लास 5 के बच्चों को फ्रैक्शन सिखा रही हैं। तो मैम आज आप ये बताइए, ये पूरा गेम जो आप मैथ से करवाते हो ये कैसे होता है, ये थोड़ा आप भी बताइए ताकि मैं भी बच्चों के साथ खेल सकूं।
हाँ जी बच्चों, सबसे पहले आपके पास आपकी किट में रेड कलर के कार्ड्स होंगे।
यस मैम।
सबसे पहले आप उनको शफल कर लेंगे।
ओके, मैं भी शफल करूँ अब इसके साथ। Could not figure out the cake piece from this lot. Remember now the kids are giving it to me.
मैम 1/8 का मैम ये लिखा हुआ।
Very good.
मैम
Thank
अब
you.
आप इनको मैच करके ले लेना।
Okay. teaching and clarifying the concepts of maths is not a plaything. How do you transform the world of abstract into a world of reality, and how do you make it in a simpler form for the children? That's a very big challenging task. In fact, there are many NGOs which are helping to bring out new technology, bring out new methodology for the children so that they get abreast with the newer forms of maths teaching. There is one such NGO called Jodo Gyan, which is widely acclaimed and is associated with thousands and thousands of schools across the country, and they are evolving newer methodologies of teaching maths. So when you have to simplify the concepts and also tell the teachers that, look, this is the methodology you've got to adopt for the children, how are your modules based on? I mean, what is the basic parameter which you keep in mind when you are bringing out these newer technology?
Okay, I think one of the most important things is that it's important for children to start from the beginning, in the sense that to have a very good number sense. And so for any concept, whether it's number sense, children make their understanding in a very real life situation. It connects with them. And we use that very, very often. I mean, that's really a part of our system, that, we have contexts, where we have real life situations and then bring in numbers or any concept of mathematics.
Maths, as we know, students find it very difficult to understand the concepts. But I think it is the background as well. As you said, teachers themselves, when they were taught maths, they were not taught through this pedagogy. And parents also, who reinforce students at home, their children at home, they also are not aware of this. So first challenge is probably to make them aware how we are working, so that they can support the students. And students, as far as are concerned, they are very quick to pick up anything if it is done properly. And regarding this particular methodology, I feel it really widens their horizons. I observed one class where Ganit Mala was being used, and children could, without being told, tell the factors along with. So that was possible because they could think on their own instead of cramming up everything.
Okay. I have with me one of the education innovators who's done some amazing work in the field of education. I welcome Anurag Kundu on the program. Anurag, the image of maths used to bring nightmares, headaches. I mean, that was the kind of concept which maths initially has, probably when you and me were in school.
No, absolutely. I think maths is one of the reasons for dropouts of children, for causing low self-esteem in children, and for making them believe that they're not really up to it. In fact, maths, when taught in such boring manner, in which we're not able to have it come alive in our daily lives, is doomed to make our lives boring, is doomed to cause dropouts and low self-esteem. And that's how we were taught, very abstract concepts taught just on the blackboard.
Right. So it's no more about abstract maths now.
No, absolutely. Look at maths. We go to any shop, we have to do some number crunching. We have to do simple calculations in order to pay our bills. You have simple constructions, we have to do mathematics about the angles, about the composition. So maths is daily lived life. And if we are not able to visualize maths in every single thing that we do, it will become boring. The example that we saw in the class, wherein the teacher is saying there's one cake and 5 children, and how do we distribute the cake in 5 children, is a daily problem that we have to solve. So that's how we teach maths.
Right. But what has been the biggest challenge so far you've seen? Like you said that students in the earlier years never visualized maths, and that's where the real problem was. So what still do you think is the challenge when you teach maths?
I mean, the biggest challenge is the perception around it.
Okay.
The perception that maths is scary continues to live on.
Okay.
And how do we break that perception and make maths easy? When the concepts of parameters are taught, or the concepts of area are taught, can we simply ask ourselves, if we have to buy a carpet for our room, what will be the area of the carpet, because we need to buy it? That's a simple maths problem. And if we can bring it, the connection between our daily lives and what is taught in the classroom, what is written in the text of the books, unless there's this connection there, the maths will continue to be boring, and that remains the biggest challenge.
All angles that lie between 0 degree and 90 degree are called acute angles.
Let's now take you to one of the tab labs where the children are learning the concepts and procedures of maths with the help of gadgets. So let me also see what I can do with these little kids in their tab labs. What's your name?
Ma'am, my name is Ridhan.
Okay, Ridhan, you've learnt so many angles today. What are you going to teach me? Tell me.
Ma'am, obtuse angles.
Obtuse angle, okay.
Ma'am, these angles are those angles which measure between 0 degree to 180 degree. That means 0 angle to straight angle.
Okay. Okay, so I had forgotten my obtuse angle, do you know that? I learnt it in the classroom and I forgot about it. So I've learnt it from Ridhan today.
Ma'am, wait.
What?
It measures from 90 to 180.
90 to 180, okay, cool. Okay, so let me, I've got some more kids with me. Let me find out from them what maths means for them. Does it just mean numbers? Does it mean life for you? I actually want to know what maths means for you.
Ma'am, maths almost means everything to me. Ma'am, maths is everything. Like ma'am, we could make buildings by measuring them. Ma'am, in banks, in shops, maths is used everywhere. If a scientist does a mistake, it becomes a research. And if an engineer makes a mistake, it becomes a new invention actually. But a student makes a mistake, it becomes zero. And her mother scolds him a lot.
Well, we at Manav Rachna have always been up for innovation and instilling in children the love for learning. And Maths Week has been a constant phenomena here. So every year, this time of the year, to commemorate Ramanujan's birthday, we celebrate Maths Week across the entire school, right from tiny tots to grades 12. And during this entire week, they have specific activities built around mathematics to make it a more fun subject, to make it more apt for them, fall in love with the subject, if I can say so. So for example, for smaller children, we have those small races and activities they do. For the seniors, we have Sudoku, we have puzzles, and we have tic-tac-toe. Tables is something which primary children, they are usually scared of learning tables. So we try and make it fun for them. So Maths Week is something which is children look forward to because they themselves design the various activities, and teachers and children together make it a very fun and happening week throughout the year. And sports technology has always been an integrated part of learning. So we try and integrate and blend into daily classroom teaching, so that whether they are doing it through relay racing on the field or they are using tabs in an especially designed tab lab, children are happy learning at every point, whatever they're doing in school.
Good afternoon, my dear. How was the day? Mom, I have nothing to say. Nothing was good about it. Let me guess. You must have got mathematics periodic test grades. Yes, Mom, this time also. But teacher always tells me, try and try. But this silly maths makes me cry and cry. I do maths with my heart and soul, but I am not able to achieve my goal. I wanted to be a superhero, but the silly maths gave me a big zero. Mom, this is not my cup of tea. Okay, dear, no more maths in our life.
What are you saying? Is it wise not to use maths in our life?
Yes, Dad, we would be so happy without this maths.
Okay, dear, what can I say now?
Hey, my dear clock, who told you to sleep?
I can't. You said no maths in this house, but I work according to the calculations.
You go away. I'll ask from Mom. Mom, please give me something to eat. I'm feeling very hungry. Okay dear, I will get sandwich. Here is the sandwich. Yummy, yummy. Ew, it's so salty.
I am full of vegetables. Please eat me. You will be a healthy girl.
But why so much of salt?
It is your decision. We did not use proportion, so every term is in motion.
Oh God, what's happening in this house? Dad, let's go out and buy skits.
Okay, dear. Let me go out and chase my wallet.
Dad, look what's happening. Why are you running away, currency notes?
Money, money, money. We are not funny. We are the pride of bank. Without us, your wallet is blank. It's your decision. Without no mathematics, there is no place for us.
I have with me a few budding mathematicians, in fact engineers, who are living in the world of maths on a day-to-day basis. And at the school level, kids generally say that they are afraid of tables, they are afraid of numbers. But at their level, what are their fears and apprehensions? What's your name?
My name is Ashwini.
And you're a?
I'm a BTech CEC student.
Okay, my God. I'm feeling a little scared of you. But anyways, what is your main apprehension about maths at your level when you are solving problems or you're doing calculations? What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is like when we are solving differential equations and like differentiation and integrations of too many numbers. If we struck in some step, then we had to repeat all of. We had to start from start, because if it stuck in middle, then it can't be an.
You can't calculate the whole thing.
No.
मेरा फेयर में बताऊं तो प्लस माइनस का ही आता था. अगर कॉन्सेप्ट समझाए तो मैथ ज़्यादा हार्ड है नहीं. मजे लेके मैथ करते थे स्कूल लाइफ में. बस प्लस माइनस अगर गलती हो जाती है तो लास्ट स्टेप में ही आगे पता चलता है, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग स्टेप में तो यूँ लगता है कि हाँ हो रहा है. लास्ट स्टेप
ऑनेस्टली बताओ, जो स्कूल में पढ़ा है, whatever you did in your school as part of your school syllabus, how much are you really applying at this level?
अभी तक तो 2 ही कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़े हैं बस मैथ के. एक मैट्रिसेस यहाँ के डिटर्मिनेंट निकालना सीखा है, और वैसे तो हाथ से निकालना अच्छा लगता है, मतलब पेन पेपर से फील आता है कि हाँ हम कुछ कर रहे हैं. और लैपटॉप पे बैठ जाते हैं तो यूँ लगता है कि यार
इट्स अ गेम. मैथ्स इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक फन.
और फिर ये भी होता है, पेन से अगर गलत हो गए तो जल्दी मिटा सकते हैं. मतलब एक सर्कल यूँ किया मिट गया, और लैपटॉप में क्या है कि मिटाओ उसे, बैक स्पेस करो, फिर दोबारा से टाइप करो. अब जिसकी टाइपिंग ही अच्छी ना हो उसे तो भाई
और उतनी देर में आपकी टीचर आपको पकड़ लेगी कि आपने गलत किया.
हाँ ये है.
Maths is not scary if we practice it. If you are listening to your teachers in the class, like she said, if we are listening to the teachers in the class and we are understanding the concepts, maths is very easy. We just need to put in the concepts and practice a lot, and then we'll be able to solve questions in a jiffy, since we know that, okay, fine, if we are getting this solution, we are not supposed to get it. And somewhere in the steps, we'll be getting this problem. So we'll be able to trace back our problems and we'll be able to solve them. So just practice and just listen to your
So practice is the key to success in maths. Now, trend in the higher institutes of learning is to amalgamate maths with other subjects like computer science. And I have with me 2 professors, one from the mathematics stream and the other one from the computer science. I welcome you on the program. I'd like to begin with you, sir. Dr. Edwin, I would like to understand from you that at the higher level, what is the biggest challenge which you as a faculty are facing when you have to interact with the children?
Actually, students feel that mathematics is a dry subject and they are not interested in doing the calculations and all things. So it is difficult for me to give the exercise for them to do the calculations basically. So in order to overcome this problem, we are mixing, or we are giving the lab component with the mathematics, and we are using basically MATLAB software, and along with MATLAB we are also using Octave.
Okay.
And this will give the students visualization of this, what they are doing in mathematics basically.
But when you have to depend on softwares, does it not make the children overly dependent on technology? Now, what happens if suddenly there's no technology access? What do they do with the sudden calculations?
Actually, we are not saying that they are using only the softwares. They also have to do the calculations. At the end of the day, they have to pass the examination. And in Maharashtra University, we have LTP, mains, lecture, tutorial and practicals. They have to clear the practicals also. At the same time, they have to clear the test theory also. So in order to pass in theory, they have to do the calculation on white paper. Or
So one cannot get away by just the calculations on paper or just the calculations on computer.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, would like to ask you, you from computer science, what's your name?
Dr. Panita Dhaliwal.
Okay. Dr. Dhaliwal, you are trying to assimilate maths and computer science both. What is the idea behind doing that?
It is basically, we want the students to know the real application of mathematics, why the mathematics has been taught to them since the childhood. What is the benefit of doing maths? Because otherwise earlier what used to happen, this maths is just about books. Now, but what we are doing is, as machine learning is completely dependent on statistics, and further whatever mathematical calculations, our research in computer science is basically based on those calculations only. How we can improvise the equations, how we can make the systems more effective. So maths is the base of all the research which is happening for computer science, and so this integration of both the departments had to be necessary, because otherwise data analytics, which is the upcoming subject, so for that the students have to have a base of maths, and without that the analytics part, which is the real time need of the hour, so for that the students have to have a good understanding of maths as well as the application of maths in our real life.
Right.
Like stock markets are there, right? We have NASA, we have space applications are there. All things are dependent
Based on
maths.
data analysis.
Yeah, that's based on data analytics. Your digital marketing is there. Your big data analytics is there. Then everything which is coming up, that is based on maths only. And this application of maths into computers through machine learning, through statistics, and the students had to be introduced. They had to have an introduction to that. Maths is not only about books, it is the real-time application which we are using day in and day out.
Right.
So that's the basic idea of teaching.
Right. So if maths is all about fun, let's have some fun time with the students who are in college and who are dealing with maths. Now all these students whom you are seeing on camera are students from BTech, from BSc. So let's try and test their basic skills today, just as an experiment. Do you remember the tables of 22?
Yes, a bit. Yes.
Can you recite?
Okay, 22, 44, 66,
Pura table,
88.
याद है? Okay. Table of 53? No? अच्छा ठीक है, थोड़ा और बेसिक करते हैं. Table of 12?
12 1 12, 12 2 24, 12 3
12 9s are?
108.
108. Okay. You remember the table of 70?
Ma'am, actually no.
चलो कोई तो ऑनेस्टली बोला कि टेबल याद नहीं है. कौन सा टेबल याद नहीं है ये बताओ.
मैम 10 क्या याद नहीं है. 10 से पहले सारे याद हैं.
और क्या कर रहे हो तुम?
बीएससी मैथ ऑनर्स.
देख लो भाई, बीएससी मैथ्स ऑनर्स 10 के आगे टेबल्स याद नहीं है. ये टेबल्स इतनी बड़ी कैजुअलिटी क्यों हो जाती है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए? कम एंड फ्रंट. यस, टेबल्स क्यों नहीं याद होते बच्चों को?
बिकॉज हम मल्टीप्लाई कर लेते हैं ऐसे इजीली. टेबल्स लर्न करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती अब.
ओके.
इजीली मल्टीप्लाई कर लेते हैं और कैलकुलेटर्स तो हैं ही अब.
The calculator is the real problem. Why children are not doing the tables, right? Okay, अच्छा ठीक है. अब थोड़ा और कैलकुलेशन पूछें, क्योंकि ये एक इमेज है कि जो बीएससी मैथ्स बीटेक जो करते हैं उनके टिप्स पे होते हैं कैलकुलेशंस. So 1043 plus 2062 is how much?
Calculate it. 3105. 3105.
No. I'll ask you another one now. Okay. So if you are to add up 500 plus 1043 is how much?
6534.
So this really busts the myth. So this really busts the myth कि जो बीटेक और जो बीएससी के स्टूडेंट्स उनके फिंगर टिप्स पे होती है कैलकुलेशंस, right? Okay, so one final round with all of you on what is maths for you, a one-line answer. Fun. For you?
Kind of a trouble.
Kind of a trouble. I hope your teachers are not listening to you.
No, they're not. So
there's a proverb on the internet I heard about. It says like, if maths is easy, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, if maths is easy, you're doing it wrong. Okay, that's the bottom line. Okay, anything else? A one-line answer for maths for you?
It's pretty fun for me.
Maths remained a bugbear all these years because the students crammed the formulas and the concepts. But the new age maths is not about putting things on paper, but to mathematize the minds of the students and the professionals so that they can apply maths in their daily lives. So stop treating maths as a symbol of fear, but treat it as an art with which you can play around. So that's it on this episode of our special program on the National Mathematics Day. Goodbye and thanks for your time.